October 7, 1571, and in the Gulf of Lepanto, an important naval battle is taking place. On one side is the Ottoman Empire at its apex, led by Sultan Selim II. He had a fleet of nearly 300 galleys, which carried 35,000 soldiers. On the other side was the Holy League, led by Commander-in-Chief Don Juan of Austria. He commanded over 200 galleys and over 30,000 men. Every galley had at least one chaplain. Prior to sailing, his ship was blessed. The men fasted for 3 days and confession and holy communions were made available. Each man carried a rosary. Pope St. Pius V asked all Catholics to pray the rosary and the confraternities of the Holy Rosary to double their prayers. He also ordered the monasteries and convents to have prayer vigils in front of the Blessed Sacrament for a Catholic victory. On September 28th, after the Holy League had received news that the Turks were in Lepanto preparing for winter, one of the leaders suggested that they meet to decide. Don Juan of Austria stood up and said, "The time for council has passed. The time to fight is now." Later on October 5th, a Venetian ship brought news that Famagusta had fallen. Most civilians and all soldiers had been put to the sword, and the commander of the fortress, Marco Bragadini, had been skinned alive. Anger and rage spread to Rome. At 2 a.m. on October, a favorable wind helped the Holy League navigate towards the Gulf. Don Juan of Austria flew a banner of the crucified Christ and a flag of Our Lady of Guadalupe. At dawn, the priest said Mass and gave absolution to all men on board. It was time for battle. As the ships took formation, Don Juan jumped ship to ship holding up a crucifix and telling the soldiers, "We are here either to conquer or to die. In death or in victory, you will win immortality." The Turkish fleet also took formation. The battle was about to begin. The Turkish soldiers made their voices heard, 35,000 men making great noises as they headed to war. The Catholics sailed forward with the battle cry, "Famagusta, Famagusta, Famagusta." With the two warships colliding, the battle begun. After 3 hours of combat, the waters of the Gulf ran red from bloodshed. More than 25,000 Turkish soldiers had died, and 7,000 Catholics. Out of the 300 galleys of the Turks, about 50 managed to escape. At the hour of the victory of Lepanto, Pope St. Pius V was in a meeting with his treasurer when he rose to his feet and said, "This is not the time for business. Make haste to thank God because our fleet at this time have won a great victory over the Turks." Later on October 31st, when written news reached the Pope, it is said that he burst into tears of joy. He celebrated a Mass that Sunday in Thanksgiving, and later designated October the 7th as a feast day in honor of Our Lady of Victory, also known as Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary.